a moment of silence for Shane, who is no longer with us. But we've been told that his brother...
His ghost, I heard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's up for the grabs. If we can conjure up the ghost every episode, then it'll be here. But if not, we'll settle for his brother.
He may or may not be back.
It's going to be that episode of TV where they're not here and all of a sudden they come back to life.
He's going to come out of that thing.
Yeah. Just the writer's just going to get lazy, and then Shane will just reappear without explanation.
Yeah.
Just rising up off the platform.
Yeah. Kind of like a soap opera villain. Like, he'll never really disappear.
Yeah. He just occasionally pops up behind the couch.
Some ominous music.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Moment of shock when he comes back.
Oh my God, it's Shane.
You thought I was gone.
Yeah, I never think he's fully gone.
He's like a cockroach.
He's very roach-like. We can bash him so much now
Yeah,
that he's not
not
here.
here.
I love it.
Oh, man. Well, I have a list.
Yes.
Brought back Happy New Year.
You always got a list, bro.
Happy New Year. Well, yeah. It's a list. You know, I've some of these I feel really good about. This is 5 things that they need to change about sports broadcasts if we're going to keep streaming games on Netflix and whatnot, similar apps, which is the thing. Amazon Prime's had Thursday Night Football now for like 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years. Now Netflix did Christmas Day games, and Peacock, whatever, has had Premier League for a while.
Yeah.
Which in America, that's one of the only way to watch some of those matches.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a thing. And I thought watching those Netflix football games on Christmas, which did pretty good. My expectations were pretty low after that Tyson-Jake Paul fight because that was rough. And I thought we're going to have a ton of people tuning in to watch football.
We were watching it at our Christmas dinner. I didn't even know till Joey told me that it was Netflix. We were watching
it looked great.
It looked good.
They're getting big into streaming like live sports because WWE Raw is about to start on it.
Yeah.
Well, by the time this comes out, it's out. But
They're all pumping money into it. And I guess because it's probably cheaper, you get just as many eyeballs on it as if you paid like a ton of money for a movie or show, but it's going to be cheaper probably for them. And they're running commercials in it, which that's the thing. I'll get to that in a second. But these are things that if we're going to have that technology, let's do this stuff too. Just makes sense. First one here, custom score bugs. You know, the thing at the bottom that shows the score and the time?
Mm-hmm.
Let us change the styles of those. Surely we could press a button and cycle through the. Some people, I always like to see the new ones when they do when a broadcast changes. Like when ABC got SEC football, they came out with a new one that was kind of underwhelming. I thought it would be cooler looking. But like, let us do different styles and then do like retro. Like, what if you could go like the old school, like 90s or 2000s?
Ooh, I'd have like a Tecmo Bowl one.
I like the classic.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
The classic one where it was just in the top left corner for the whole game.
Yeah, the old ESPN one.
The
back in the
square,
day.
the square one.
Yeah, Square was awesome.
That was great.
Or just take it off completely. Some people
They
maybe
made
when
that
they go
thing on Microsoft Word for sure.
the what?
That one, the little square one.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a way that you could do that. You could just cycle through, give different options, and Netflix or whoever, Amazon Prime, whoever's got the technology, could throw one in there that advertise one of the shows. Like we were talking earlier about a Stranger Things score
I was
bug.
just thinking Stranger Things.
And nobody is. If you gave me other options, I wouldn't complain that there was a random brand one in there.
Score comes in upside down or something.
Yeah.
Demogorgons around it.
Oh, and there's a flag, and then it just flips upside down, and
It's a bad guy.
yeah. But also give the option too that you could like maybe have a minimalist one, and then you could do one that's even bigger that's got more stats and stuff on it.
Because some do get distracting.
Yeah. Some people don't like that. I like a little more on it. I'm fine with some stats and stuff.
As long as it's not that robot the NFL was using for a while.
That thing's
where it would come in and take up the entire screen.
That was on Fox, wasn't it?
Fox, I think.
Yeah, the Fox robot.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was Jake Paul's robot.
I want a college football when Corso just wanders around the screen.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Oh, yeah. There was some promo for some show that used to, oh, man, what character was it? But he would come in and in the corner of the screen and kind of look around a little bit, you know, and then something would pop up. Have him doing that the whole time. Like,
Yes.
Whoa, where am I?
You get Clippy from Microsoft Office. He'll sit there and watch the game with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or you could leave
like
it
that
blank,
idea.
like Matt said, and guess. Keep it in your head.
I'd make my score a foreign language every once in a while.
Yeah.
Japanese.
That's another thing. Well, this piggybacks off this one, number 2 here. And this makes sense really for ESPN because I think most people use ESPN's fantasy football service. So if you're using ESPN Plus, I have to be logged in to the same account most of the time, I think, for ESPN Plus that I have to use for your website to play fantasy football. Take my fantasy football stats from me in the whole league and put it like together on the screen.
Yeah.
Ooh. So when like one of my players scores or my opponent, or I can check and bring a sidebar of the other games, and it'll show who's in action right now.
You're asking a lot, bro.
I feel like that.
But
that would be sick.
That would be sick for
real.
You've
got the data.
Yeah.
Already in your system.
Oh, they can do it.
That way you don't have because I don't really like looking at my phone while I'm watching like an NFL game, especially when I'm on my like watching the game itself.
Personalized ticker.
Yeah. Because I'll have to refresh.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Close out one app or go side screen, look at my scores.
Yeah, or during the game, like you're watching just a random game, like Chiefs and Steelers, and it will show you like while you're watching the game that this running back is they're in your league, they're picked up by so and so, or it'll show you if somebody's a free agent, and you're watching them play. That'd be like an idea that hey, I could pick them up on waivers.
I'm gonna give them on waivers next week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, actually.
It's just, and then way more people will be using it if they don't use ESPN. They probably start using it for that feature alone.
Yeah.
I won a fantasy league a couple of years ago strictly using players that I pulled off the waiver wire because all of my team was injured.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had good seasons like that doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people come on late.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of your big stars don't show up.
Bo Nix got me a couple of games this year.
Bo Nix?
Bad as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Surprising. Well, it shouldn't be, I guess.
Well, he's an Oregon guy
Did so well at Oregon.
Yeah. He should get out of Auburn.
They couldn't do anything with him. Poor Auburn.
That would be sick. I would love to have my fantasy scores on my TV.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, cool.
They've had it set up, I think, on satellite for a while that you could, or at least back in the day, that you could enter in your team and it would track it. But that's work.
Yeah.
Like you have to sit in and manually enter in your team.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't get your opponents. There was no way to do that. It was just yours.
Yeah.
So, which is like, great. I can see how many points I have, but if I'm losing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can do that, you could do your whole league.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. You would think so. Does everybody sync up to it?
It would make football so much less enjoyable if your team sucks, and it would just be so much more frustrating to watch you just get killed. Watch your favorite team lose and your fantasy team lose at the same time.
Yeah.
All sadness. I thought about, too, that would be fun. I didn't put this one in here that it would be like, what if you could integrate some sports betting, but that would get out of control pretty quickly. It'd be worse for some people than it already is if I could bet with my remote in real time.
That's too easy. You don't need to make gambling easiver.
No.
That's typically not a good idea.
It's getting out
You've
of
seen
control.
how it goes for slot machines.
Yeah, around here especially.
Yeah.
We're in the thick of it here.
Yeah, not great.
Oh, man. And we've got a sports betting that we can get. We can play in Alabama now. Prize Picks or whatever.
Yeah.
Not an ad for them, but it could be.
Maybe.
I forget. They're apparently working through some loophole where you can bet in Alabama on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like your quarterback's yards, and you're betting that he goes higher or lower than whatever it is. You can't bet on game scores, at least that I've seen. It's all just
like individual
player stats.
Yeah.
And apparently it works in a loophole.
Do you know if anybody's going to find it?
No, does he?
If anybody's going to find a loophole, it's going to be gambling folks.
It's so I'm doing one now. It's like mybookie.something. It's what the guys on the round table promote, and I have to pay in through Bitcoin, but it still works just like a normal sports book. But there's just so many ways just to legalize it already.
Yeah, might as well already.
Yeah. It was funny with that episode we did. We were talking about the gas station characters,
Yes.
Everybody in the comments was like, no, y'all are wrong. The scratch off people is the worst. And like,
We ain't got them.
we don't have it.
Yeah,
we don't have. And it made me realize we're like one of the few states that doesn't have it now,
We're one of like 3 at this point. Mississippi's got it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We are falling behind.
We are.
Dang.
Well, which is weird, though. We still have scratch-offs at some gas stations, but they're not like government-run scratch. It's like, I don't know where they're buying these things, but they ain't no way you win.
No. No, I also don't know how they're doing it. Like, again, another loophole probably.
Yeah.
Because it's just out on the counter.
Yeah.
Just for everyone to buy. But there's no way. There's no way you're going to win anything.
It might be charity scratch-offs, like
door credit
bingos. Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably that.
Jackpot's like a carton of Marlboros or something.
The chicken fingers has been sitting out for 3 days.
I'm talking jackpot, baby.
That is for real.
$500.
Yeah, the leftover chicken, yesterday's fried chicken.
You get the minimum prize is 1 scoop of boiled peanuts.
Original, not Cajun.
No. You got to line up 2 things to get the Cajun.
Nobody ever wins.
Nobody ever wins.
Cheapest prize they can give. That sounds about right.
But you got to buy the cup.
Man. Gas station people. I'm about to be. I feel like I'm pretty close to being a gas station person across the street over here.
You gonna be what?
I'm buddies with all the workers now.
Mm-hmm.
We all pick up our conversation where we talked last.
I like that big old dude that
he's chill.
He's very chill.
I feel like you gotta
just talked to him.
You gotta be that. Have that one gas station where it's like, hey,
you need to get. Everybody needs a home gas station.
Yeah.
Y'all already know this about me, and I'm sad to say it, but I am a regular at several gas stations.
Oh, you got? Do they know
there's at least 4 gas stations I can go into around here, and everybody's like, "Oh, what's up?" And they, like you said, pick up conversation from last time, ask me how the family's doing and stuff. You know,
do they know you're seeing other gas stations?
Man, I know. I mean, down at the marathon, I don't think he thinks I go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But you know,
about to find out.
Yeah, sorry.
Who are your 4 gas stations?
Marathon for sure. That's my number 1. Chevron 78. This one. Jiffy Check for sure. Corner.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes Quickie Hickey. If I want to give me a Hunt's Brother pizza.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, man. I can't keep up with. I can't have that many relationships like that.
I go to way too many gas stations. It doesn't make any sense.
That's all I can. Yeah, that's enough.
Loyal.
You should only have one.
And if I go in without my scrubs on, he goes, "You're not working today?" No. He goes, "You ever work?" And I'm like, sometimes.
Yeah. Shut up. Mind your own business.
Yeah, bro.
Well, one thing is like I've obviously got the one by the house, but I also work right here too. So you also will have the work one too. You know that you frequent every day.
I don't like going to the ones close to my work.
No,
a little too sketchy.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't either when I worked at Birmingham.
That McDonald's gets lit over there, boy.
Yeah. They're
wild.
fast though. They'll get you in and out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, here's a third one here. Custom announcers. Let us change the audio feed to different announcers. Like you can have your main broadcast group that you like, but then maybe you've got like a more Manning Brothers style interview type, less serious broadcast. You could do. They been trying to do comedians on broadcast forever. Remember Dennis Miller doing Monday Night Football?
Oh, disaster!
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah,
but they'll try to do that every now and then. Maybe
Shane Gillis could hold it down.
That would be pretty funny. Yeah, that'd be great. Do a comedian broadcast, or then do the team's radio guys. Like if you want to hear the team feed, bring that in there as an option.
A lot of the NFL radio broadcasts are probably pretty good.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm not really listening to NFL on the radio, but when the SEC was on CBS, I was so many times just turn off Vernon Gary and play Eli. Like, screw the delay. I would just rather deal with it.
Yeah, once they got like DVRs and TiVos, all that stuff, and you could pause it for a second to make up for the delay, then it was.
You remember back in the day, you'd be at a football game, you see somebody with a big headset with the antenna on it, listening to the broadcast. That was wild.
Those were the days.
They'd sell those little radios.
Oh yeah.
A little clip on your ear.
Speaking of the broadcasters, man, Greg Olson looking like Frankenstein up there, wasn't he? Did you see him? Looked like he had a helmet on still. I don't know what was going on with him, man. His head was massive.
That was who's he doing this for?
It was the Baltimore game.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Greg Olson, right?
Yeah.
Was he a tight end?
Yep. For the Panthers, for the longest.
Maybe he's always had a head that large.
I didn't get a chance I didn't hear the Netflix thing, but I saw a post where they had they were going to bring through like 20 different celebrities or something. I don't know how that worked. but it was a very long list of people who were going to be appearing like pre-game, in the middle of the game, or doing some post-game coverage, and it was people all over the place.
Joey got a beacon from
Yeah,
somewhere.
well, that was getting beamed back up.
Yeah.
Time to go.
He's gone.
Man.
Excuse me.
Okay, this is a pretty big gripe, but I think this I don't understand why we still had commercials during that game. This is an opportunity to kill the commercials and just broadcast the game.
Yes.
So during timeouts, you just show something else, or maybe don't cut away. And this will solve two problems. Number one, people are complaining all the time that these games are taking forever now because you have to keep stopping for TV timeouts and sit through the same daggum commercials every 15 minutes.
Yes,
because it's only
Especially on a streaming service.
Yes. But oh gosh, yeah. And they're probably never going to do that because they're going to make so much money because they can broadcast or run those commercials directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not going to stop doing that.
No, but
if you're already paying for the streaming, which
I've seen the Sky Rizzy ads so many times. It's like a medicine. I thought it was a person at some point.
I thought I'm getting Sky Rizzy too. I don't have
Sky Rizzy like that injection or something.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, but they think everybody that watches football has it.
I've tuned it out at this point.
They're probably right. Whatever it is.
I don't have it.
I might.
Just get you some Sky Rizzy.
I'll probably try some out.
Ask about it at the gas station.
I will. Y'all got any of that? Y'all got any of that Rizzy?
You turn around and be looking at the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Is that like Zen? What?
Yeah. What flavor vape's that?
They got Guy Rizzy.
So on the Netflix stream, they still had commercials on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. They still took commercial breaks. And it even said like live, when you went to go click to play to watch it, that live video is supported by ads or whatever, but I don't pay for ads. So it's like you should.
If I'm paying that extra $10 a month, I don't want that.
Right.
This whole thing is supported by me.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's my money. And everyone else.
Yeah, they should be. This is their chance to cut it. Premier League,
I was about
most
to say,
popular sport in the world.
I'm going to lose my Southern card saying it, but watching soccer is far more enjoyable because of the lack of commercials.
Yeah.
You get commercials at halftime.
But I'm fine with the fact that you've got commercials running like in the background on the video wall all game long.
Yeah.
Well, another thing, too, soccer doesn't stop, though.
Right.
No, even when somebody goes down, like gets injured,
So they
it
really
stays
don't.
there. They don't take a TV timeout for the injury. You get to see the dude with a broken leg just laying there on the floor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I understand you've plastered ad like their kits, or like there's an ad right on the middle. But you're putting those on jerseys now. Baseball's got them, NBA's got them.
Yeah.
Like they'll
It's
have
not
the
front
little
center, but
they'll have the little ad spot right there by the clock.
Yeah.
That's constantly going, but that's it.
But they've been doing that. They break away during the World Series, Major League Baseball. Like they'll do a commercial break in the middle of the game. I guess because the inning's taking so long before they can take their TV timeout, and they'll stop and do a little commercial in the middle of it. It'll go.
So frustrating.
The game will move to the smaller screen, and they'll run that ad down there on the bottom right.
Oh my god!
I know you got to pay
hate
the
that.
bills, man, but come on.
Yeah, they gonna make their money.
That is the word. I hate that whole cutout thing. It's like
the two screens.
Yeah, they just added more commercials when they started that.
Oh yeah,
you don't have a commercial break anymore. We'll show them during the game.
It sucks. Anyway, but if everybody would kill the commercials from everything if they could, that's not that groundbreaking. But
now golf is the only sport where I don't mind the commercials because I don't really care to watch them walk to the next shot and all that.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be too cool.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Gives me a break to get up and do something for a second.
Yeah.
I can't watch golf on TV
It's
unless
all day,
the
I bet,
Masters.
right? You got to watch it all day.
Well, they normally start like 1 to 5. Like they'll start like on the weekends. It's just like the leaders, like the top 10. They'll show.
It's like I remember my uncle just watching it all day, man.
But boy, on Peacock when it's the Masters, U.S. Open, British Open, etc., I will sit there all day.
Yeah,
because they got it on everything.
All day on days other than Sunday.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Sundays I miss it because I got to work. But
man, I know it's probably because I don't play golf. But boy, that seems like a tough watch.
It is. Yeah.
The majors aren't, but like you're just weekly whatever tournaments. Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's tough. A lot of people don't like tennis. I like to watch tennis.
I can't watch tennis.
Yeah, most people feel that way about it.
The scoring confuses me.
It's
like 15, 30, love, 40. I don't. What are we doing?
Just like with the Olympics, watching volleyball, I had to have my wife sit there and explain to me how the scoring in volleyball.
Can we not?
Volleyball is awesome to watch.
It was fun to watch. That's why I was watching it.
Yeah, can we? But I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I need a score bug that explains the scoring system to me, or just break down. Give me 1, 2, 3. Like,
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
So and so was winning by a lot or a little.
Yeah, it can get confusing, and then you got the matches within the games within the matches. Well, how's that go?
The match within the game,
set,
and then the game.
Yeah, the game is a match.
Mm-hmm. Set. There's a set. Yeah.
And then there are those, and I don't know what the.
It sounds like the set would be like the collective.
The set is 0 to 40.
Yeah. She explained it to me, and now I forgot
it doesn't go to 40. It goes 15, 30,
40 love.
40 love. I don't know.
Where did you get those numbers?
Why did you go 15 points, 10 points? What is love? What is it? It's an emotion. How is that?
That's not a scoring. No, that's not. No. I never watched a football game and it'd be 14 to love.
Yeah, they've never said, "Oh, how much did the Steelers lose by love?"
Let's see if Netflix can do that. Let's throw something like that in there.
Introduce emotions, yes. That may be the Disney Plus feed.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the Mickey Mouse. I mean, at this point, this podcast comes out. It's been a few weeks, but the Christmas Day NBA broadcast. We talked about them doing The Simpsons for football, but on Christmas Day, they use that same technology to broadcast the Knicks versus Spurs game on Main Street Disney.
You should have told me about it.
With Mickey Mouse and Goofy and them playing, and it was...
Who showed out?
I guess Wembyama, or whatever, how you say his name, Wemby for the Spurs had a big game. And then, the Spurs have Chris Paul at point now. And so they made Chris Paul Mickey Mouse. And he was just
Wemby had to be Goofy, right?
I think he was, and it was hilarious.
Man, I gotta look that up
because it was like motion capture Mickey as Chris Paul, and him like pulling up, doing a 3, and then like cockily like walking back. Like it was good. It was very good,
dude. I gotta see that.
I was like, this is so funny. I can't believe they agreed to do this.
I missed that.
You can pull up clips. I saw I immediately went to Twitter because I missed part of it, and I was like. Surely Goofy's dunked, and sure enough, Goofy had dunked.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it was hilarious.
If he's Wemby, sure.
It was hilarious as you could imagine.
Doesn't have to jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, big guy.
Yeah.
Goofy was like that. He was a big guy. He had reach.
Big.
He towered over the rest of the team.
Goofy's a long boy for sure.
Yeah, Donald had some pretty good shots on the outside too.
Who was he? A specific player?
Yeah. They switched. I don't remember who he was. But he played outside. He had some good corner 3 shots wide open.
The Spurs and who?
Knicks.
Hmm.
Nobody had Donald wide open in the corner.
Really?
I mean, you wouldn't think he could shoot that far.
Kind of short, dumpy.
Yeah.
Got a big old dump.
He's got a big old booty. He does, man. Put some pants on that
big
thing,
old
boy.
duck dumper right there.
Look at the dumper on that duck.
Yeah, that was funny. You got to go back and watch that.
I'm gonna have to.
They need to do that with more characters.
I can't wait to see it in other sports too.
Yeah. What would that be funny to watch? Football, of course, would be great. Hockey would be hilarious, probably.
Yeah.
Let's have fights like that.
Can we get
watch Mickey and Donald
UFC,
scrapping it out after a bad check?
Dude, yes.
That would be fantastic.
That would be awesome.
UFC would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get a Bugs and Mickey. Let's go full. Let's put it all on the line.
I'd probably take Bugs in that one.
Yeah, he's got reach.
He's scrappy, man.
If it's a kickboxing thing, it's game over. I mean, he's got those feet.
You can make it like one of those arcade fighting games that we used to play as kids, where it's like you got Shaggy versus some other character from that little universe.
Oh man,
Shaggy versus Fred.
This is something the WB would probably do. Try to catch up, and it would be just violent. Could you imagine seeing just like Shaggy get just knocked out?
Zoinks.
Just face down on the mat. Scooby's up there just bouncing.
Oh my God. That would be amazing. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. He's in the corner. Scooby. Ruh-roh. He's going ruh-roh.
Got the back.
Like a Mike Tyson incident where like bites an ear off. And
They come close to the cage, and Scooby's like going through the cage trying to bite Shaggy's opponent.
Scooby's gone rabid.
Oh my God! Somebody get Scoob out of there.
They've got to do that. We've got to get that.
Man, that would be incredible.
Get Lightning McQueen in a NASCAR race. Replace one of them with him.
Oh yeah,
I feel like it would be pretty easy to do with cars.
Do what?
I feel like it'd be pretty easy to do with
Surely.
cars.
Yeah.
That seems like the easiest, probably.
You wouldn't have to track as much movement.
No, they going in a circle.
Exactly.
Could you imagine
another left turn
getting spun out, like just crashing into the wall, like Lightning McQueen is out? Like,
yeah.
Some kid watching that is traumatized for
his
life.
face is laying 30 yards back, just completely knocked off the
Mater comes out there and gets him.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Lightning's on fire. It's just
Some kid staring at the TV. Oh my God. Jesus.
And then you as a parent knowing that some human is actually really in trouble.
Yeah, lightning's fine. Like, this dude driving
It's
is
just
not
dark
though.
for everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's not
gosh.
good.
They probably got that set up for football and basketball. I didn't even think about that. If a player gets hurt and he's like, you don't want Mickey down on the ground, like
Yeah,
after like a
there's-
rough technical foul.
Just classic cartoon X's over their eyes.
Yeah,
Mickey has a full-on Dennis Rodman moment, rips his jersey off and starts kicking people
or
in
like
the crowd.
that Detroit brawl. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Ron
Ron-
Artest going
Ron
up in the stands. Mickey just swinging.
Bro, they ain't gonna put nobody on Ron Artest.
Yeah, they're not.
No.
That's a you get fired immediately.
Yes.
I swear, if he becomes goofy, it's
Dude, Ron
you get
Artest would
fired.
have to be like
Scrooge
He'd be
McDuck.
Pete.
like Pete or like what's the Popeye Brutus or Brutus?
Yes,
Yeah, he'd have to be a villain for sure,
Somebody
man.
swap him to a villain real quick.
Man, that would be something else right there.
Or in the Toy Story game, turn him into Sid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gotta make this believable.
Just Lotso Bear, just big old purple stuffed animal up there swinging with his little stubby arms.
Man.
That's not out here, but it should be more cartoon games. Get crazier with it. Go
I
all
agree.
in. Oh, this last one, way more VR broadcasts. Like if you got a Meta Quest, you can do NBA games.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do every one. They do a good bit, but it's not every day. But it's several a week, and it's really cool. Like it's like you're sitting courtside. And you're turning and watching the game.
Yeah, I keep meaning to borrow my son's. to
It's
do that.
awesome.
Yeah,
I forget to go in there. You got to go in they don't make it like click on a thing and watch. They need to do that.
Really?
I got to go into a world, and I feel like such a dork, and I have to like go like virtually walk into this space,
Really?
and like find me a spot to sit down in.
Why do they gotta do all that?
I don't like it. I wish it would be like, let
the
me just do the old man
experience.
version. I just want to watch the game. I don't want to like.
Can you get snacks and stuff?
There are people in the stands with you, but I don't. I try not to get near them. Like I don't want to talk to them. I was like, I'm here to
Oh,
watch
man.
basketball. I'm not here to chat with you.
Can you always get a good seat though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's killer.
Is this on MetaQuest? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got a little one for Christmas.
Oh,
Oh,
check
yeah.
it out then. There's concerts on there that they do. I watched Tyler Childers
Oh.
perform on there, and they'll like at Red Rocks, and they'll change out different concerts every month.
Dude, that's sick.
And the concerts are awesome.
I've been wanting to get one for myself.
It's cool. I like playing that Beat Saber game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
That'll wear you out.
yeah, it does. This is a little workout. I'm swinging them arms up and down.
I'm bad at it.
I'm so far behind on technology. Like, I haven't seen one yet until he had gotten his. So I walked into his room last night, and he was, like, playing. And I'm standing there, like, trying to get his attention. I'm like, I guess he can't see me. He goes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Like,
Man,
oh,
when my son first got one, I played this game where you basically just ride a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It made me so sick, and
Yeah.
I can't put it back on anymore.
he said the roller coaster sucks.
It made me super sick. And I can
Yeah.
ride any roller coaster, but man, something about that tore me up.
Most things aren't like that. That's one of the ones that are like, it's a lot of motion.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's not like that. Like
Right.
when you watch basketball, the camera's still. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're just watching action.
So you can look around and you can like look at people and stuff. You said.
I'm trying to remember how far of the degree it goes. Like I don't think you can see like what is directly beside the camera. It's not a full 180 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really close. But I
Yeah.
can't quite see what's directly to my right and left, I think.
I got you.
But looking straight ahead and a little bit to the right and left, and it's all in front of you.
That's wild, man.
It is cool.
So it's like a front row kind of.
Yeah. It's.
I might have to check the schedule and get on one of those.
Let's put some VR in all sports.
That's what.
Put it on all sports.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my thing is why don't we have football? Because they have that in that sports bar that's like in Dallas, and I think Atlanta's going to get one at some point. Calls them. Yeah. We've seen they've gone viral on TikTok where you're watching it at the sports bar and it's on like you're in an IMAX
That's the one
screen.
that had that Texas game on that video?
That's exactly what it is. Like,
God,
so you got that camera there. That's the same, looks like the same camera you need for the VR thing, like to watch it.
Man, that was so sick. If they get that in Atlanta, I'm going to that for sure.
Yeah. Apparently it's like the pricey, like you got to reserve that table for the game. Like you can't just walk in.
Oh yeah.
You got to reserve your spot. And it comes close to like tickets to go into the game. If you're sitting like at the top. Yeah.
Probably worth it. Pretty cool.
To see it at least once. It might suck, but they look cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. There's my list of things. That's free, ESPN. I met I'm going to tell you all the story. We when I went to the SEC championship game, that Bush's Beans did a thing with them, and they're such great people. But they gave me some tickets. They were really good, like 200 level. But then right before the game, they were like, "Hey, we have some suite seats for you, and do you want them?" And I was like, "Absolutely, yeah, of course I would." Well, come to find out, my Bush's friends were not going to be in there. It was like a couple executives at Bush's or whatever. And then come to find out, a whole bunch of ESPN Disney people, like they were sharing their suite with some other like big wigs. And those were the most unchill, like stuffy guys I've ever seen.
Really?
Like me and my buddy walked in and we're dressed like pretty much like this, like just street clothes. And they're in like Brooks Brothers.
Because you're at a football game.
Exactly. And they're dressed like, Friday at the office or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, act like we didn't belong in there, and we're kind of blocking us from getting to those seats down there at the bottom, sit down and watch the game. We left. We were like, we're going to go back to our other seats.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, they were right. You did not belong there.
We did not, but we absolutely loaded up on all the food in the suite before we left. We stuffed our pockets. We went back to the
stuffed pockets while looking them right in the eye.
We confirmed all their suspicions by stealing their food. They were like, these guys don't belong.
Yeah,
while we're grabbing.
We are who you thought we were.
I didn't realize, too, that there was a bartender in there. She had just like gone to the bathroom. So I walk in, I see the liquor shelf, and I immediately grabbed the vodka off of the shelf and poured myself, like me and my buddy drinks. Yeah,
you set the tone for them.
Oh, immediately walk in, I was like, yep, and I pulled like liquor off the shelf.
Well, that was probably the first indication that you didn't belong there.
In hindsight, probably. Yeah.
Probably calling security.
So. Yeah.
But I was like, man, these are not the chill Bush's Beans people that I love. And then come to find out, none of them, because it was all Disney ESPN people that suck.
Did you get some Bush's merch?
Oh yeah.
Boy. I have been looking through their website for whatever reason.
It's wild.
They have got I think they have a full bean suit.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, they got some wild stuff, man.
I got a bean bucket hat.
That bucket hat I almost bought for real. That thing.
You can have mine.
Wow.
You can have
that.
I
don't know that I would ever wear it.
You got no. I'm not giving it to you unless you can guarantee you're gonna wear it.
I'll wear it on here
one day a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a picture from somebody in the shop of you cutting hair with a bean hat on.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. For sure.
That doesn't surprise me.
Thinking about them beans.
Eric sure does wear the same shirt a lot.
Oh. He's
they got some sick stuff. I love that all the restaurants and food companies are making merch now like that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Hut got some great ones. Waffle House got some good merch.
Yeah, Waffle House got great stuff. I bought some hats from them.
Whataburger does too.
Whataburger has great stuff. They do collabs with like pretty good clothing brands out there in Texas.
Yeah.
And they sell out. Like they've done some sweet hats.
Dude, you know who's got some sick merch? Liquid Death. The water. You ever seen any of their stuff?
Yep.
It is awesome. Like it's awesome for real.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it looks like a standalone brand for sure.
They Chick-fil-A did some stuff a couple years ago, and that was like way too try hard.
I bet it's lame.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like they tried really hard to be cool, and it's like Chick-fil-A, you're not.
We're done with the cows already.
Yeah.
Let's pump the brakes.
Well, now they got a streaming TV service too.
Huh?
You hadn't seen that?
No.
Chick-fil-A? Yeah. They got a TV service. They make their own shows now.
What is on that?
The one they keep advertising on the cups. It's some kind of animated show, Peppermint Lane or whatever. I don't know.
Is it for
weird.
kids?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
yeah.
Evergreen Hills, I think is the name of it. Something like that.
Huh.
I don't know what other shows they got.
700 Club.
Probably. I would watch the best of, most unhinged 700 Club moments. Just Benny Hinn's greatest hits.
Read along with the little books.
Literally
they give.
hits.
Literally, yeah. Oh, I tell you what, you throw some old Adventures in Odyssey in there. I used to love that when I was a kid.
I don't know that.
Oh man,
We had to watch that at Southern Christian all the
yeah,
time. Dude.
yeah.
What about Bible Man? Let's put some Bible Man on there.
Yeah,
Y'all know about that?
Bible Man slapped.
Yeah, I got a Bible Man VHS at the shop.
Hey, VeggieTales is not bad.
Oh, yeah.
I like VeggieTales.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to know all the VeggieTales songs for some reason.
Where's My
It was
Hairbrush?
not around when I was a kid.
That was the most popular one.
Which one?
Where's my hairbrush?
Oh, that one's good. There's a cheeseburger one, I think.
Oh yeah, my
Slaps pretty
cheeseburger.
hard.
That's a great
Yeah.
one.
VeggieTales, man, underrated, huh?
They do. They got some bangers over there. Man, yeah. Chick-fil-A streaming service. I can't believe y'all hadn't seen that about
I'll
it.
be honest, I'll probably never watch anything on that.
I'm gonna try to look that up real quick and see what other shows they got.
If you subscribe to it, they say my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a whole app. Podcast, shows, recipe. What are the recipes?
A Chick-fil-A podcast.
What
What
do you
do we-
talk about on the Chick-fil-A podcast?
Yeah.
Who's on that?
Oh,
There's got to be a 30-minute episode where they're explaining why they don't give you fries with no salt.
I can guarantee you that they say my pleasure no less than 35 times on it, probably.
I do want a podcast explaining why they changed the chicken.
they
What
changed.
do they do to the chicken? What are you
What
talking
did
about?
they do?
It used to be no antibiotics, steroids, period. Now it's only for like no antibiotics or something that's harmful to humans or whatever.
I don't
Cheapening the chicken.
Nah, yeah. Well, they got to, you know. They don't have to, but
Ain't
man, they
got
sell
to.
a lot of chicken, bro.
There is a cow show
You
called
know
Eat
there
More
is.
Chicken that features the cows.
It's a reality show following them around as they paint all those billboards.
That was only cool in the 90s when those cow billboards started popping up,
Yeah.
and it blew my mind.
Enough already.
Yeah, I'm over it now.
They've
Yeah.
got the same marketing team. They haven't changed.
Yeah, they thought they really have a winner here, but you're gonna have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. They've been running that for like 20 years.
Even
now.
McDonald's changes Ronald up.
Yeah.
They changed him up all right. They
He gone.
got rid
He's
of
gone
him
completely now.
Gone,
They were
gone.
like, yeah, it's luring kids in here to eat more fast food. I was like, I don't think that clown was bringing anybody into your
No
business.
one liked him.
No one said, I want to eat McDonald's because I want to see that clown one more time.
Yeah. I would
Face to face.
I would never eat there if it wasn't for that clown. Nobody ever said that.
The hamburger was cooler.
Hamburglar was.
Hamburger.
Mayor McCheese. Mr. Moon we had in the 80s. That little nighttime, remember that moon that would come out and sing?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't know what he was selling, but
I'm confused about that one because in my mind that's like a Diet Pepsi thing or something. The moon guy, but is he McDonald's?
he's the McDonald's. Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Who else we got? Grimace. What is he?
Grimace, the purple thing.
What is he?
A blob.
Just, yeah. Little fat Thanos. Chubby fat Thanos.
It was
He got
probably
little
just
little bitty arms like that.
somebody took their kid to work one day and they're like, hey, that one's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mac Tonight was the half moon from McDonald's.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
He
he play a piano?
he played the song Mac the Knife on the piano.
Mac the Knife.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
You've never heard that song?
Uh-uh.
Ain't that what? There's an actual song called Mac the Knife.
Yeah.
No, I'm out on that one.
It's old.
It's
It's a 1928 song.
Yeah.
You went old. You went deep cut up. The deep cut.
Yeah. That's the deepest of cuts.
It was meant to promote dinner sales at McDonald's. Like, hey, come eat dinner here.
Yeah, he
Have
was like
the-
a jazzy guy.
Have the worst bubble guts of your life at night.
Yeah.
maybe not.
In my head, it's like I feel like Mac tonight or something like that, but that's not it.
That's
huh?
what that's what he's saying. Have Mac Tonight, but it was to the tune of Mac the Knife.
Even Taco Bell got rid of the little
Yeah, Mac-
Chihuahua.
Oh, yeah. He was, yeah.
It was a flash in the pan.
He was, yeah.
You know him because the Happy Meal toys in 1988 were
Moons.
yeah.
him in a car, and I remember getting those. Yeah.
That's a decline. The toys you get in kids' meals.
Listen, I could do a whole.
I don't know. They've gotten way better, to be honest.
No.
They get actual toys now. You don't remember the days you had to put your own Happy Meal toys together? It'd be like a model car sheet, kind of. and you got to snap everything together, and it'd be like the cheapest plastic ever.
I like that.
But then they came out with like the Transformer stuff. That was dope. I got some of that.
The Batman collector's cups.
The collector's cups.
You had to pay for those.
Yeah, those are cool.
I got them all.
But those were awesome. Yeah, they do the Dream Team every year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those cups were awesome.
Space Jam, stuffed animals.
Yep.
Yeah, I had all those.
The little clips that you would put in that little music player to play like that little 30-second.
Oh, the hit clips.
Oh, see, yeah,
hit clips.
I was way past Happy Meals at that point.
I had the CD player. I was like, "Oh, who's this for?"
What else was cool they had? Oh, I have a set of Gremlins records from Burger King, maybe, or Hardee's. Hardee's, probably. Hardee's.
I've not seen it.
Gremlins. It's like a 4-set. What's the little records?
45s.
Yeah, it's like those, and it tells the story of Gremlins. It is sick. It is so cool, man. There's like, I think 4 of them.
That's wild. I've not seen those.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Those random ones from stores you never like think of were always the Pizza Hut would do these puppets. They had these Land Before Time puppets.
I got a Little Caesars puppet.
The Little Caesars, is it Little Caesars man?
It's a little man. It's just,
The ones that would come from the other places would be wild. Like they'd only do like 2 a year, and it'd be the craziest things.
The glasses were so cool, though. Yeah, the Care Bear ones from somebody. What about California Raisins, bro?
From Hardee's. Yes. So we had a bunch of those.
Yeah, man. Those were awesome.
Or that they were doing like a collab with like a network like Nickelodeon or something. They give you like the 3D glasses so you could watch that episode in 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, it's coming on this night, so make sure you get the Happy Meal.
I forget all about that.
You know what else is a thing of the past? Cereal toys.
This is a story about that from this week. We got a box of what did Lisa buy? He was either the Lucky Charms or the Frosted Flakes box. Mm-hmm. Had a thing for like get these bowls, and it was like a bowl with Tony the Tiger on it, or different. They're cartoon characters. One of them had the Elf on the Shelf character on it, and I think that's what the girls saw, and they were like, "We got to get that bowl." And Lisa was like, "I told them that we could try to get it, but then when we got home, I looked at the box. I realized that you needed to send in one receipt that had like 3 or 5 boxes of cereal on the receipt."
My goodness.
I said, "What the? We don't need to buy that much cereal at once."
No.
That's wild. Also,
that's
what happened to them just
stipulation.
putting the thing in the box?
Yeah.
A bowl would be tough.
I know that bowl's going to suck, too.
You could just get the bowl out with cereal in it.
Exactly.
Just pour milk right in it, right there.
It used to be all the time spoons, or like we used to get little figurines when I was a kid, and it was looked like a Happy Meal toy.
They'd be in the toughest plastic ever inside there too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know what that's made of.
I
think I said something about how hard cereal is.
They were really trying to make sure we did not get any ingest plastics as a kid, but little did they know we were still getting it in us regardless.
Yeah.
I would get the cereal box for the toys and then let everybody else have the cereal.
Yeah, man, you got a little nasty kid digging their whole elbow deep in the cereal box trying to get a toy out.
I got was it like a box of Frosted Flakes when I was a kid, and there was like a bandage in it. And instead of like us suing,
that wasn't the toy.
Getting an attorney, no. Dad called the number on the back of the box. He's like, "I want to see what we can get from them." And like, we probably could have sued, but instead, I think probably we signed something that said we wouldn't in exchange for a lot of free cereal.
Really?
Yeah. And they also asked me, like, they were trying really hard to make amends. And so Dad ended up getting a lot of, we probably didn't pay for a box of cereal that year.
Really?
Probably not. I bet we got so much sent to us and in coupons that we didn't buy cereal for all of 1994. It was Kellogg's. It was like all the Kellogg's you want. But also, like, what is your son like? And, Dad told him baseball. So I got some of the coolest, like, MLB stuff, because apparently they gave away, like, some MLB toys throughout the year in the boxes I didn't ever see. But, like, I got a ton of toys.
That's a come-up right there.
And, yeah, we didn't pay for cereal in 1994, thanks to the bandage that I had.
They're like, what does your son like? Cereal without bandages in it.
Yeah.
Got a bloody Band-Aid in my Lucky Charms.
This happened twice to my family. My grandma, listen, I think they tried to kill us.
This is a thing that happens to you.
My grandma found part of a pill in her Dr. Pepper one time.
Oh, my God.
And I remember 2 men in suits came to grandma's house and sat down and talked to her about it, and then took that away and then gave her, like, We didn't pay for Dr. Pepper that year. That was twice that God said, we're going to try to give y'all an opportunity here to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we said,
Don't
you know
blow.
what?
Just give us free stuff.
What if I just get Dr. Pepper for 3
Yeah.
months?
Yeah. Do you want more of the thing that they tried to kill you with?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. A pill.
Sorry, this
partially
cyanide
dissolved
pill.
probably. And
Oh, yeah.
she ingested
It was.
a lot
I remember
of
it was half of a little pill capsule, half of one.
That is insane.
She didn't have a headache, did she?
No, Grandma had so many ailments though.
Bro, she was tore out the frame, I bet.
There's no telling.
Who knows what it could have been?
No telling.
Damn, Grandma popping Molly.
But those Kellogg's didn't send people to the house. Dr. Pepper sent people to the house.
They hit her with that Men in Black.
They came
treatment.
in. Yeah, I remember that. It was like Grandma was like, "Go outside and play."
Yeah.
They
And
come
we were like
flying
peeking
from
in there
Texas.
looking.
I come back in. Grandma's got a black eye.
Grandma's like, I showed them. I got 3 months worth of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Grandma, there was a pill.
Yeah.
Dr.
What
Pepper.
about the possible
Could have
medical
killed
bills?
you.
Oh, I
Could
know.
have killed you.
You probably, I'm sure she signed something that says she wouldn't sue him in exchange for these 12 packs of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I signed a gag order too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no
probably
doubt.
under an NDA. I'm not supposed to be talking about
Right. I was thinking that.
It's probably expired at this point.
Hey, mine and Joey's cousin one time was at a Mexican restaurant and cut into a burrito and it had an entire receipt in it. Didn't eat it.
For a receipt for that restaurant? Or was
I don't know if it was for her meal or someone else's.
I was at the Sonic over here, and
Big wide one too.
you know how you when you get to the bottom of the milkshake, it's kind of hard to get out. So
Yeah.
you like pop the top off and
no.
drink
Yeah.
it. I took a drink, piece of plastic went in my mouth. So what the? Pulled out the freaking whipped cream, like the squeezer
my
off the whipped
God.
cream was in the bottom of my milkshake.
God.
I was like,
All of the fingers that have touched that.
should have choked on it.
You have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Should have just took one for the
That's
family.
scary. Milkshake. I've been drinking whatever's been touching the whole time and can't see it. That's maybe the worst thing.
It was awful.
Man, somebody
They
posted
brought me
on
another
Facebook.
milkshake. I was like, I
No.
don't need another one.
Exactly.
No,
it's the
no.
last thing I want.
Yeah, I don't want this again. Somebody posted this picture on Facebook earlier. They had like a bag salad, and there was a frog in it.
Really farmed a
I'm
table.
gonna see
on
if
it.
I can find
Well,
it.
yeah, we're blended in there, I guess. The greens.
Yeah, let me make sure I ain't going crazy.
I
Yeah,
know I
there
bought
it
the
is. Right there.
assorted
Look.
greens bag, but please,
Look, bro.
How did it get in there?
is it a full frog or part of a frog?
Dog, it is
It's a whole frog.
a frog. And he said, "Thanks for the fresh salad" or something like that.
I guess.
Frog,
I
yeah.
guess the little guy was dead.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, lack of oxygen.
yeah, he
there.
is
Suffocating.
Plenty of food though. I mean, he could have just.
Man, he had his belly full probably.
Yeah.
Poked some holes in the bag. He'd been swole.
Do you remember we was at that restaurant and you got that whole fried claw that time?
Yeah, but given the restaurant we were at, wasn't that shocking?
I got food poisoning that same night.
Yeah, we barely made it out of there
Horrible
alive.
food poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that.
He got a
We
whole,
thought the claw was the worst of it.
Oh no.
The next day you were
2
like,
days
I
later.
almost died last night.
Yeah. That was one of those times where like I've thought before I've had food poisoning, like, well, this could be a virus or something, like 100% food poisoning. Because I looked at my burger and it was like all pink inside.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
can be okay if it's kept at the right temperature.
Right.
This was not.
No, you found out the hard way.
Bro.
See,
There were so many omens that night. We should have left, and we blew past all of them. Listen,
He got wings and there was an entire talon in it. Like it was like a claw, man.
yeah,
No.
and I'll overlook that sometimes because the chicken's wild, man. You know what? It's gonna be.
You
You're gonna
never-
find parts sometimes.
You never know.
But
that was a
that
lot.
wasn't. We should have said no. That,
It was
how do you miss
sticking
that?
up.
How do you when you're tossing my wings? How do you miss that talent?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's somebody that don't know anything.
Yeah.
Is back there cooking. I remember the owner came over and was like, "How is everything?" And Matt's like, "I don't think this is supposed to be here." And he was,
flicking them off with my little
yeah,
talent.
and the dude's just like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't know how that got in there," and
want
just
some
walked
more?
off. That's all it was. Like, okay. If I knew I was going to be on the toilet for the next 3 days when we had that conversation, it would have went different.
There was terrible karaoke going on too.
oh my God, that place was so bad.
Local?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the city was so and so bar and grill. The city made them take bar out of it, so it was just whatever. and grill.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Literally said and grill under it.
The city was like, you can't have our name next to the word bar.
No, and you can't have.
Is that
you can't have beer signs in the windows of gas stations either. If you've never noticed that.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Nope.
What about stickers? You can't advertise alcohol at all.
Not on the windows. I
I've not noticed that before.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I think you can. Maybe you can in Dora.
Probably.
Not in Summerton. Yeah, I don't know. One of those things.
You don't want to be reminded that beer exists, I guess.
It's like at Buffalo Wild Wings when they first opened. Like you couldn't get any pitchers of beer, but you could order shots.
Shot of beer.
Okay, so that's clearly a non-drinker come up with that rule. It's like we don't want them pitchers of beer on the table, but you can get absolutely tore out the frame on some shots.
Right.
Like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I know I've had to like join a club one time to drink at like Baumhauer's Wings. I forgot where I was. I think it was in Shelby County.
Really?
It was a Sunday, and I had to sign on a slip of paper that I joined.
Make it some kind of membership.
Yeah, exactly. And didn't pay anything. I just had to fill out the slip of
That
paper.
used to be the trick at clubs.
I promise I didn't just preach a sermon.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I signed on that day, but I got my beer. I know that.
There you go.
I joined a club in Shelby County.
He's still in it.
Yeah.
Little did you know he signed up for AA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaky how they get you.
Yeah. They
So now you're required to attend the meeting.
My God.
There goes the
What are you doing?
Man, that got out of control.
He got so worked up, he just kicked it.
I got
He
so
missed his
worried about
meeting
what
this month.
club I joined.
Golly.
That's how they got me.
Yeah, like, Dad, never.
First we missed out on all that Dr. Pepper money, then the Kellogg's money. Now I'm in a club.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions going on right
Golly,
now.
I could have been rich twice over.
Mm-hmm. You could have Dr. Pepper and cereal money,
Oh man,
boy.
and you ain't got neither.
nothing.
That post and pepper money.
Mm-hmm. That's how we got that sign. That's all they got.
Man, the clock don't even work. Notice it ain't moving.
No.
That's how I got such a good deal on it. I
Yeah.
don't need that clock to work.
Nah.
We're good.
It's only got one hand on it.
It's hidden. Maybe it may have fell
they
off.
stacked
Actually,
up a little bit.
yeah,
It's 9:45
Yeah.
forever.
Forever.
and it's not. We're not too
That's
far
fine.
off.
No.
So it's this is our first episode of the new year. Right? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't even know.
It is. It is. And so Joey, off camera here, has prepared for us a list of questions pertaining to the new year. And we don't know what these questions are at all.
Nope.
He said, yeah, we're going to keep it a surprise. So we're going into
I'm
secret,
excited.
completely
Producer, man.
blind.
Yeah. Joey's full of surprises already as it is.
He's a little joker.
He's a trickster.
So these are just a few questions I come up with how y'all think 2025 may go. And you don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but just some things I was thinking about.
Hey, don't tell us what to do, Joey.
Spend as much time you want to on it. So in this first one, it may already be resolved by the time this episode comes out, but I want to get your guys' thoughts on the drones in New Jersey. Will we get an answer, or will it be just something we'll just forget about by the end of the year?
We're going to get an answer on it. But
Yeah, wait till the next
who
inauguration
knows
day.
if it'll be correct or not.
You really think so? I don't think we'll know.
You don't think so?
No.
I think they got to find something going on with them.
Like 2 years ago, we had these monoliths that were showing up. Remember the giant steel beam?
Yeah, that was like an art installation or something, right?
I mean, like, for some of them, they prove that, but not all of them. From what I remember,
This is
reading
big
up about
news.
it. Yeah, I remember going back and looking up at like one day, like 2 years later, like, I wonder what happened with those things, and some were still showing up, like people were just not caring anymore.
That's not good.
No, but like it's that, like I don't think we'll know.
We'll never know.
The drones, so they know they're coming across the ocean, correct? I think so.
They've seen them?
I also heard, I thought there was a handful of them, apparently hundreds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
And some of them are like gigantic,
yeah.
they're
the
like
size of cars.
SUV size.
And like
SUVs.
there's like this plasma ball thing, and they're coming out of that, and
They say if it wrecks, don't touch it
What, a plasma
Really?
ball?
because it's emitting like nuclear.
Oh, cool. That's great to know. That's flying above our heads.
What is this plasma ball?
You haven't seen those?
Nope. I don't trust anything that I see on the
That's a little
internet.
scary to me. The drones, I'm like, who knows what that is, but it's apparently not an issue, or the government would be doing something about it. You'd hope.
Yeah. What about whatever was exploding over in the sky the other night?
Oh, that was like a meteor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
They said one was a Russian satellite.
Yeah, and then they said a satellite.
But it's
That's
two different
awesome.
things that came.
Not
through.
one of
Surely
ours,
not
though.
the same night, right? That seems.
Yeah, I think one was in the evening and one was like a few hours later, like later in the night.
That's a little sus.
That's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're under attack right now from aliens. They're
I was
not
about to say
telling us.
just aliens.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about it? Nothing.
Exactly. I
Nothing.
don't think we. Yeah.
Just gonna look at him like, so anyways, this is hired by Creed.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. We just evaporate, man. That's all that's going to happen with that.
We're running out of time, so we're going to do these a little bit more of a rapid fire style.
Bro, you do whatever you want, dog.
So this was the first year in college football to have the 12-game playoffs.
Yeah.
So the 2025 playoffs, I want to get your guys' opinion. Who is most likely not, or let me ask it this way, who's most likely to get into the playoffs next year, Alabama or Colorado?
Oh,
Alabama.
Alabama.
probably Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean,
Colorado doesn't have Shador or Travis Hunter. next
right?
year.
Yeah.
And that's those two have carried that team.
Yeah. Colorado is on the way out, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but I don't see Alabama. I mean, I guess I shouldn't write them off entirely, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of signs that point to me thinking they're going to have a great run next year. Mm-hmm. So,
And they were borderline this year. They could have,
there's no
Saying
reason.
we could have given a few teams better games.
Oh, absolutely. There's no reason why they should have lost the 3 games they lost. They have the talent to beat them.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't get the job done.
Well, every loss came after a big win, so it was like
Yeah, they
didn't have
self-destruct.
they didn't have Saban in there.
Oh, there's a discipline problem this year for
yeah,
sure.
on the road losing like that, especially to Oklahoma, that was not good. You would never have seen that Oklahoma loss under Saban.
No,
No, that was embarrassing.
not one.
You
touchdown.
deserve to not be in the playoffs just on that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, your last chance to get in and you don't score a touchdown. Yeah.
So the answer is neither one of them. But I would say Alabama's more likely.
Alabama's
to make
more
it.
likely,
But,
for
yeah.
sure.
By the end of 2025, will Hugh Freeze still be the Auburn's coach?
No. Need Shane here for that one, but
He's the talent they've brought in for the signing class right now.
Real quick, dumb question. You do have the mic on this, right?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I just thought
doubt Joey.
I just thought for a second.
he's gonna be sitting in silence, and all of a
Should
sudden,
we be repeating the question?
He'll add it in post.
I forget he has the
I
mic.
did have to take my headset off because
he's gonna have
it's
that
a little
weird Gordon Ramsay voiceover where he's like narrating, and you can tell it like cuts into like where he's just pre-recorded talking to the contestant.
Very crisp. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just had to make sure.
I really don't think so because I don't think he's gonna do well with the talent that's coming in.
Jackson
Arnold's very.
I
turnover
think
prone.
he will have one more year either way.
After this,
This next season. Oh, you said by the
by
end
the
of
end
20
of the year, is he gone?
End of the season.
Is this his last full year?
postseason he could get canned postseason next year.
It also depends on if Auburn's tired of paying out these coaches or
Right.
not.
I mean, unless you've
Well, they
got,
don't need to fire him.
unless
Just let it ride, man.
really, or honestly, unless you've got a really big name that you know is a home run, like on deck, then don't fire who you get.
No.
You're going to end up in a worse. That's what Auburn keeps doing to itself.
Yeah, and they're going to get to where they can't afford anyone.
Yeah.
Just let him go, and it's already bad.
You can't.
It's already been bad.
Like the way these programs have been running, like Auburn has been taking all this big booster money and using it to like go crazy on coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That booster money is much better spent in the NIL at this point. So you got to stop doing dumb coaching things. And ride out maybe a worse coach and spend that money on NIL.
And these boosters are going to get tired of spending their money too.
That's what Florida just did, I think, with a whole bunch of booster money that was put aside to fire. They rallied the boosters to pay off Napier,
Yeah.
and they ended up not firing them. And then I think they kind of worked it out with the boosters, like, what if we take that pool of money that y'all put together for us to fire Napier and then put it towards NIL? And I think that's what they've done with a lot of it.
That's the new game anyway. So
Yeah, that's what they got to do. Yeah. I think
coaches are going to become less relevant.
Auburn gives them another year, but probably not because of the success they had, just because of the situation they're in. They have to.
Yeah, they can't afford to get rid of them. Yeah.
Got Malzahn, Chiswick, Harson.
Harsin talking trash still to Auburn
That's
today on
great.
Twitter is hilarious. How petty are you? That guy, he needed to go. He never should have hired him to begin
No,
with.
they shouldn't have hired him. It was a dumb hire.
That was.
And most important football question of all is, will Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift still be together at the end of the 2025?
I like that one.
I feel like the engagement's
spicy.
got to be coming here at some point.
They're
Will the
either
Chiefs
going
win
to
the
get
Super Bowl?
married or it's going to fizzle out.
Guaranteed. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. It'll happen.
I mean, they're the best team. They should.
We just got engaged and we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
The money they can make off that.
Oh, my Lord. Ooh, I hope they don't win the Super Bowl.
They're going to, bud.
Man, I want the Eagles to win real bad.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm not really an Eagles fan, but their fan base is wild.
Don't
and I
count,
like them.
Don't count the Falcons out, baby.
I'm gonna
Penix
go ahead and
is-
count
is
them
taking
out.
us all the way.
Yeah. I'm a Packers fan, man. They're still hanging on.
They are.
I dropped off for being a fan of theirs for a little while when they got rid of Rodgers or Rodgers left because I was more of a Rodgers fan.
Yeah.
But man, I like Jordan Love and Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers,
I have
and I'm not going to be a Jets fan.
I've always had a soft spot for the Packers. I guess because it's very much like a working man's team. It feels like up there.
Yeah,
Because isn't it like community? Like
It's like shareholder owned.
exactly. So it's not like some billionaire, and it just feels like the vibe of it has always felt different. And then growing up watching like Reggie White
Yeah.
play, like
And George Teague went and play for him. That was great.
yeah, he's one of those like SEC legends. Like even though he was like huge at Tennessee, like he was the man throughout the South.
Yeah.
like a Peyton Manning.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you didn't care that you played for the team you hate.
Yeah, no. Yeah, a lot of that hate goes when they get to the NFL.
Yeah,
He was just a cool guy, too. Monster, too.
yeah,
They'll just rip your head off.
yeah. So I always kind of like the Packers. I've never hated them.
They still got one of the
And
few.
then when Brett Favre went there,
Yeah.
big Southern
yeah, of
guy.
course.
Yeah,
Love Brett
Yeah.
Favre.
They still got one of the few old school stadiums, too. Like, it's just, I mean, it looks like
I'd like to go to a
looks
game
like where
there,
the Packers should play.
but not in the winter. Early
No,
fall.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go when it's the frozen
That's
tundra.
insane.
No.
Hard pass.
No, I want to go watch a game there so bad. But yeah, that man, it was them. I think Buffalo did it too, where they get the fans to
shovel out
shovel
the
it
stuff
for tickets.
But that's what people were saying. People were giving those fans a hard time. Like, can't believe y'all going out there to do that. They need to pay somebody to do that. But fans were like, no, I am
Yeah.
excited to come do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun.
That's a cool
We all get to
experience.
hang out together with each other, shoveling. Like, I guess, I don't know how much work that is. It seems like a lot.
A ton. I'm sure it's a
I
I saw
ton.
a video of
The snow
I've
was
never
like this
done
deep.
it. Yeah, it looks the worst, but
I saw a video of them walking to their seats at a Buffalo game a couple of weeks ago, and they were literally walking through like 3 feet of snow. Like it was waist deep on those people.
we've never even, since the blizzard of '93, have I seen
I
anything
do
close
not
to
want to
it.
live anywhere like that.
No.
man. That is not for me. No.
How do you even? I don't understand how life goes on with more than 6 inches of snow on the ground.
They know how to do
It
it.
shuts it down here.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 inches. Actually, honestly, 2 inches of snow. If
Yeah.
we haven't seen it in so long,
Gonna turn to ice, so we gotta shut it down.
if there's ice underneath it, baby, forget it.
They always say that, it's because of the ice. Well, I'm sure they got ice. Everything's iced over up there, too.
And they slide. They don't act like they know how to drive on ice. No one can drive on ice. It's,
It's
not
crazy
possible.
how it
You
changes
literally
in just
cannot do it.
No.
one state. Because when I was in college in Tennessee, it snowed like 9 inches, and I woke up. I was like, "Sweet, no class." And my RA was
Wrong.
like, "No, we still go to class."
Man,
No.
When the
Where I'm
weather was
from.
what?
Do what?
When it was what kind of weather was it?
It was like 9 inches of snow.
snow, bro.
What?
Yeah,
You going?
yeah. You're going to class, bud.
Man, my brother, he lives in Oregon now, but he was living in Washington State at the time, and I think it was the Snowmageddon situation. He's like, man, what? Y'all don't know how to drive or nothing on the ice and snow down there. Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, dude, you go and change your tires out at the tire store every year to
Yeah.
snow tires.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't
You
have to do that.
I didn't
Like
even
they
realize.
stock your tires for you, and you swap them out. In the
I didn't know snow tires were a thing until I was in my late 20s.
I don't know nothing about it.
They run commercials for that up north, but we get a different set of commercials.
Yeah.
They don't even run this.
They're like, you need some tires for the rain.
Right, exactly.
about
what it
as
is.
bad as it's
hey,
gonna
it's
get.
at December, second tornado season. Y'all ready?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we get.
But to answer your question, Joey, yes, they will be engaged because they'll win the Super Bowl and they'll get married.
You think yeah, he would do it on TV. the Kelseys are very much putting
That
the life
TV
out there on
spot for
TV.
them forever.
They almost
Boy.
have to get married at this point, don't they?
Yeah, they've been together for a while. I don't know what Taylor's record of boyfriends is, but this one feels like it's
usually long enough to write an album, so about a year.
she's gone through 2 albums. She's dropped 2 albums now, I think.
Yeah,
with
so-
him. So
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they seem to be happier. I don't listen, but
to the albums,
yeah.
I didn't listen to this last one. I listened to the Midnight's one. It was all right.
You know, Adele did that. She dropped that whole debut album about a boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
And then the next one, not as good because you're too happy.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what she's saying. Maybe that last Taylor album was not that great because she's happy with. She needs to.
Yeah.
This needs to. If this one ends bad, that album is going to
My
be.
goodness.
It's going to have a whole like diss track for Brittany Mahomes in there.
Oh, let's hope.
It's going to get wild.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
She got to air that laundry out.
Oh, the drama would be insane.
Man. Can you imagine like there's an army full of Swifties coming out after Travis Kelsey too, man?
That.
She's gonna write a song saying he got a ring but didn't give me one.
Oof.
That's pretty good. You need to bank that one.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
Let her know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dear Taylor. Not a fan, but here's an idea.
If y'all ever break up.
I wrote you 3 times and you still ain't answering.
Instead of Stan, it's gonna be called Trav.
Yeah. Travie.
So this is my last question. I'll throw this out here right quick. Who's more likely to be on Dancing with the Stars? Hawk Tuah Girl, Gypsy Rose,
Oh,
or Jason Kelsey?
man.
Who I would love to see is Jason Kelsey.
Not me. I want to see Gypsy Rose.
Oh,
I think her time is up. Her 50 minutes are gone.
I just seen a picture of her the other day. I think she might have an OnlyFans.
Oh, well, that's one way to, I guess,
Maybe.
get your way back in there. Hawk
I
Tuah.
don't know if they would have Hawk 2 on there just for the fact of her saying that all the time, you know? They ain't going to have that on network TV. Maybe they will. I don't know.
She's not, at this point where we're recording this podcast, she's not resurfaced since the whole
crypto.
the crypto thing.
Yeah.
She did the interview and she's like, all right, y'all, I'm going to go bed. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Sound like a Nicktoons character.
Yeah, peace out.
I didn't think that was her
I'm
voice.
tired.
Sound like a cartoon character.
She said, I'm tired and I'm done with this situation.
Well, y'all, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
And yeah,
Don't
Sound
forget.
like
in
Sandy
the middle
Cheeks.
of getting grilled
Yeah.
about a crime.
Yes, a federal
She said,
offense
peace.
with the Securities
Her
Exchange Commission.
lawyer called her, bro. Like, get off there
yeah,
now.
end it.
Yeah, she I think I looked at her podcast, and I think like December 8th or something was like her last thing she did.
Yeah.
She ghosted. She vanished.
That's the question for 2025. Does Hawk Tuah come back?
No.
Yeah, I think this might have been the nail in
No.
the coffin.
Yeah, I hope she made enough money just to be done.
She
Like,
probably, if she saved it up, yeah, she could go back
Hopefully
and
learn
just be
your lesson.
part-time at the Spring Factory.
or she could have lost it in crypto.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, she was the one that pull her money out of Hawk Tuah coin, so it's
Yeah.
all sitting there.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Oh, my vote's on a Kelsey. One of the 2 Kelseys. There's always a football player in there.
Yeah.
Kelsey would be he would be the logical choice.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. Well, there you go. There's first episode of the new year. We think
Close
yeah.
enough.
Yeah, and some predictions and whatnot. Thanks for checking it out. If you like this one, there's more wherever you found this episode. And usually Shane is here, and we'll try to find him. So
He's here somewhere. He might be under the couch.
we didn't check there.
Mm-mm.
That's a rough spot to be hiding
Come on, Shane.
for an hour. Come on now.
Yeah, you know it don't smell good under there.
No, but Shane doesn't smell good either. So
That's true. That's true. I thought I smelled
That
it.
boy
all
comes
the
in
time.
smell like Hunt's Brothers Pizza sometimes.
He's always eating a
He does
gas
come in.
station pizza.
yeah,
does come in with a hump.
Like there's just you can tell it's been sitting on that lamp.
Oh, all day.
There's a crunch to it that I hear that's not good. Shouldn't be in a pizza.
How is it crunchy and rubbery at the same time?
Yeah, that's a great question.
There's a question for Shane when he comes back.
Yeah.
Hey, no context. How's it crunchy and rubbery at the same time?
Yeah. He's like,
What?
I don't know.
Well, thank you for watching and listening. Y'all take care. God bless. Tell your mom. And then we said,
Where's Shane?
where's Shane? Ask your mama where Shane's at.
He's on the milk carton.
This is where we end with the slow fade out, and then in memory of Shane. Picture in the
with angel wings, with Harambe.
Yeah.
Zoinks.